Let me ask you a simple question. If complex portfolios produced better results, why do so many sophisticated investors underperform simple index funds? After decades in this industry, I can tell you this with confidence. Complexity feels smart, but simplicity actually works. Today, we're continuing the Always Be Compounding Principles series with a rule that quietly determines whether investors stay disciplined or sabotage themselves. Simplicity beats complexity. Hello, fellow compounders. I'm Chen, CFA charterholder, former hedge fund manager, and chief compounder here at the Always Be Compounding Club. This video is part of the Always Be Compounding Principles series, a structured system designed to help you build wealth that survives real market cycles. In episode 0, we defined the goal of the ABC system: to protect real purchasing power over time. In episode 1, we learned that time in the market beats timing the market. In episode 2, we saw that behavior beats intelligence. And today, in episode 3, we are going to talk about the structural choice that protects behavior and allows time to keep working: simplicity. Before we continue, a quick disclaimer. Before we dive in, a quick but important disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or tax advice. All tickers and examples are hypothetical and for illustration only. I'm sharing general information and examples, not recommendations tailored to you. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Your situation is unique. Always do your own research and consult a qualified financial professional before making any decisions. Now, let's talk about why complexity feels comforting and why it quietly destroys compounding. Segment 1. Why complexity feels smart. Complexity gives investors a sense of control. More funds, more strategies, more diversification, more optimization. It feels responsible. It feels professional. It feels sophisticated. And the financial industry loves complexity because it has new products, new factors, new themes, new explanations for why this time complexity is necessary. But here's the real problem. Every layer of complexity adds more decisions, and decisions are where behavior breaks down. And the more complex your portfolio becomes, the harder it is to stick with when markets get uncomfortable. Segment 2. Complexity is a behavioral tax. Every additional fund, strategy, or rule adds another decision point, and every decision point is an opportunity to make a mistake. Ask yourself, which fund do I rebalance first? Which strategy is failing? Is this underperformance normal or structural? Should I replace this ETF? Did I choose the wrong factor? Most investors do not abandon their portfolios because of one dramatic error. They abandon them because of decision fatigue. Complex portfolios do not fail in calm markets. They fail under stress. And this explains something many investors find confusing. Segment 3. Why simple portfolios often win. Over long periods of time, the investors with the best outcomes are rarely the ones with the most complex strategies. They are the ones who stay invested, keep costs low, rebalance occasionally, and ignore noise. This is why free fund portfolios work, target date funds work, and broad index portfolios work. Not because they are perfect on paper, but because they are survivable in real life. And one of the clearest real-world examples of this comes from Warren Buffett himself. Segment 3A. Buffett's bet. Simplicity versus complexity. In 2007, Warren Buffett made a public 10-year bet. He bet that a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund would outperform a portfolio of hand-selected hedge funds over the next decade. These were not average investors. They were professional hedge fund managers, highly credentialed, highly paid, using complex strategies and sophisticated models. Buffett's side of the bet was simple. No leverage, no tactics, no market timing, just a plain vanilla S&P 500 index fund. The actual results? In his 2017 shareholder letter, Warren Buffett published the final scorecard of his 10-year wager. Here's what actually happened from 2008 to 2017. On one side of the bet was a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. And on the other side were 5 separate funds of hedge funds carefully selected by protege partners, firms whose entire business was manager selection. And the results? The S&P 500 index fund finished the decade up 125.8% total, which works out to about 8.5% per year. Now, compared to the hedge funds, the 5 hedge fund vehicles finished with total returns of roughly 2.8%, 21.7%, 27%, 42.3%, and 87 8.7%. When you average them together, the typical hedge fund outcome was about 36% total, or roughly 3.1% per year. Over the full 10 years, $1 million in the S&P 500 grew to roughly $2.2 million, while $1 million in the hedge funds grew to about $1.4 million. That is an $800,000 difference on the same starting capital after fees, which was exactly Buffett's point. The deeper lesson: Buffett was not trying to embarrass hedge fund managers. He was proving something structural. Complexity has cost: higher fees, more trading, more decisions, more opportunities to get it wrong. Simplicity had lower cost, fewer decisions, greater discipline, and more staying power. And those advantages compounded. That was not theory. That was a 10-year real money experiment. Segment 4. What simplicity does not mean. Simplicity does not mean one stock, blind buy and hold, ignoring risk, never rebalancing, never adjusting for life changes. Simplicity means fewer moving parts, clear rules, transparent purpose, easy to understand structure. A simple portfolio is not a lazy portfolio. It is a deliberate portfolio. So, how does simplicity actually protect the ABC system? Segment 5. Simplicity and the ABC system. Go back to principle 0. The goal of the ABC system is to protect real purchasing power over time without taking risks that break behavior or discipline. Complexity increases decision fatigue, this monitoring burden, and behavioral fragility. That makes it more likely that you abandon the plan and suffer real loss. Not because markets failed, but because the system failed. Simplicity reduces that risk. That is why in the ABC system, simplicity is not a shortcut. It is a risk management tool. Segment 6. How simplicity protects time. Remember principle number 1. Time in the market beats timing the market. But time only works if you stay invested. Complexity threatens time by increasing the likelihood that you interrupt the process. Simplicity does the opposite. Simple systems are easier to maintain. They require fewer decisions. They create fewer opportunities to panic. Simplicity protects time. Time powers compounding. Quick pause here. One thing I have learned after decades of investing is that knowledge is not the hard part. Behavior is. That is why I created the Always Be Compounding Club. It is a calm community for long-term investors focused on discipline, simple frameworks, and staying invested through real markets. If that sounds like your style, you can learn more about it and join for free using the link in the description below. Segment 7. How principle number 3 fits the series. Principle number 3 does not stand alone. It supports principle number 0, which is protect real purchasing power. Principle number 1, time in the market beats timing the market. Principle number 2, behavior beats intelligence. If complexity breaks behavior, time stops working. If time stops working, purchasing power is lost. Simplicity is the structural choice that keeps the entire ABC system intact. Takeaway. Why simplicity wins over time. Complexity looks impressive, but simplicity endures. The goal is not to look smart. The goal is to stay invested, stay disciplined, and protect purchasing power through full market cycles. That is why, in the Always Be Compounding system, simplicity beats complexity. In the next episode, we are going to talk about something that scares almost every investor: volatility. Why it is unavoidable, why it is misunderstood, and why it is actually the price of admission. If this episode helped you rethink investing, like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend. And remember, the key to building wealth is to always be compounding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Take care.